Alrighty, folks, I'm trying to get everything going live. I'm close. I think I might be there. Got YouTube rolling and final stages of Facebook Live. Just about have my comments going. They're trying to load. 11 seconds in, boom, and they loaded. So welcome everybody. Oh, all right. We're rocking and rolling. Let me get my live screen up. There we go. And I can see it. Got a little fireball action going. I got some wine here in the back. I ran out of the box, so I had to grab a quick cheap bottle of Pinot Noir. Again, if you guys are on Facebook, be sure and comment and say hey. Let me know you're there. And if you're on YouTube, feel free to comment. And I'm watching on 2 different screens, so I should be able to see it. I don't quite pay as much attention to YouTube as I do Facebook, but be sure and comment so that I can tell if you're here or not. Get a little something poured here. Well, I don't know exactly what this is. It's like a little maybe cappuccino kind of cup thing. I got it at a race this weekend at Rage Against Chainring. So I'm gonna turn it. It says Kona on it. You can see that or not. Kona bikes. So I'm gonna turn it into a shot glass with a little bit of fireball action. So looks like one of those little bitty baby cappuccino cups or something where you do the pinky out. I kind of do the pinky out because mine are all jacked up from playing basketball, but not because I'm fancy. I'm for sure not fancy. Some Englishman sipping tea. Brian McGinnis, I am still kicking. I'm still around. Just haven't been live. I've been still riding, doing my thing. So, Carolyn Fairless, hi, back at you. Jeremy Coleman, what's up? Congratulations, Jeremy. We'll talk about you here in a jiffy. Congrats. I printed that out. I printed all this information out so we can give you guys a proper shout out. And Karina, too. I have my notes, Karina. You beat me to it. So in my notes, so already Karina and Jeremy, loyal Wizard Update followers, so loyal, in fact, that they had a baby this morning and they're both checked in right now. So how awesome is that? They welcomed into the world 6 pounds, 15 ounces. I don't have, is it Freya? You guys gonna have to help me with the pronunciation. Freya, May Coleman. 19 inches, 0600 this morning. So awesome. Awesome stuff. So welcome to the new arrival, to the Coleman crew. Super stoked for you guys, and yeah, that's pretty awesome that you guys checked in. So I'm sure you guys are probably just chilling with the baby and the rest of the fam right now. So again, congratulations. Couldn't be happy for you guys. Daniel Lemons is in the house. Mark Welsh, what's happening? Mark gives me a hi. Mike Pickle says, good to see the brew and the beard is back. You know what, Mike Pickle? Barry, no, I have not lost weight. I'm always skinny, dude. I'm just wearing this, we call it the Skanky tank from Bike Lab. We got this new tank, so makes me look a little skinnier than I usually am, but I am pretty skinny in general. Oh, you guys, Jeremy says they're still hanging out at the hospital, so you guys got to probably a little bit before you get checked out. So, excellent. Aaron King says, let's spoon. Nice. A king-size bed. We didn't have to. So my buddy Aaron, my teammate and gravel rider for Bike Lab, Aaron King, him and I, and several, Steven Smitty went up, and several Oklahoma riders went up and did a race this weekend in Kansas, which I'll talk about here in a little bit. And Aaron hit me up as I was cruising up, and he had a room with a king size bed just 8 miles from the venue. So So Aaron and I didn't spoon or cuddle, but we stayed in the same bed. So it was a big king size bed. It was pretty great. So. All right, let's see. Great comments. Let's see. Yeah, so I'm drinking Fireball out of my Kona cup. I don't know. It looks like a tea/cappuccino cup. I don't know. Got a little box wine / Pinot Noir. This might as well categorize as box wine. It's cheap. It's barefoot. We've got a few things on the agenda tonight, and I'm just going to kind of wing it. Probably be fairly short unless you guys bring up lots of topics that you want to talk about. So I am going to just do a quick Turd Dirt update. I think I've done. I posted some of that stuff on Facebook already, just for public information. And I'm just going to reiterate that, kind of give you the heads up and the general direction that we're heading and what we can expect. And then I'm going to talk about Rage Against the Chainring in Kansas. Then it's going to talk about some other local events that are going on. We've got several local things happening that are just happening weekly, small events that everybody can go to, and we'll see how that plays out. And then I've already done the big announcement. And again, congratulations to Jeremy and Karina for the new arrival this morning. So yeah, it is a pinky up, and it's funny, because it's like I'm pinky up all the time because like I've got these crazy pinkies that are all janked up from playing basketball when I was a kid. And, like they just like stick out because they're like all messed up. So I give the pinky out just because my pinky doesn't have any place else to go. There you go. Zachary Hood. Zach says, someone who got in the leaders pile up there. Yeah, I think it was one of your homeboys. He ended up being okay and got out of it pretty quickly, but it cost him a chance to run. It was John Lasorsa. I think that's who you're talking about, Zachary. Yeah, he got in that pile up. We'll talk about. Yeah, we had a pretty good one though. We'll talk about that. And I'll talk about Rage Against Chainring though. Olaf from Kelly Farms, what's happening? Espresso cup. That's what I was thinking, Carolyn, but I'm not very into that. So I didn't know, but I was kind of thinking that it was an espresso cup. Seemed to have that look, so yeah. And Albert Simon checks in, says good evening from Kansas, and he was there this weekend as well too. Kinsella, hey, back at you. Well, Brian Superfly Palamba, of course, it's right here. I did it. You just weren't checked in, and that's what I'm sipping on right now. So Ryan told me I needed to fill that up with a Fireball, so I was ahead of the game. I was well ahead of the game, so we got that covered just in case. Asa St. Clair, what's happening, Asa? How's things down in Lake Murray land? Alrighty, you guys keep chiming in. You have questions, comments, man, just throw them my way. I'm going to go ahead and start talking, and I'll, you know me, you guys throw stuff out and interrupt me, and I'll just jump right on it and talk about it and get back to my business. So I love the interaction as much as I do giving everybody updates. So Quincy, where were you, Quincy? Quincy Simon, my other another one of my Kansas buddies, says you need to stop coming to Wichita and hurt everyone's feelings. Oh, Quincy. I was looking forward to you being there. Saw your pop, but I didn't see you. Okay. All right, Ryan. Ryan's giving me a hard time. Here you go. There we go. Ryan Pullum is giving me a hard time. He said he wants me to fill it again just to make sure. So, Forrest Smith's in the house. What's up? Posted a throwback of him wearing a Doors t-shirt, hanging out with Danzig's lead singer. Pretty wild. And Forrest had some wild big hair back in the day, bro. That was pretty awesome. Sun's out, guns out. I don't know. I don't know, sun's out, chicken wings out, maybe. I don't really have guns. My little skinny arms. All right, True to Dirt update. Again, you guys throw out comments and I'll still respond. It's good stuff. As you guys know, we canceled 2 races in the upcoming. We still have quite a few. We still have 2 races for sure, 3rd possibly. And so into the season still looking strong. We've got several races under our belt already before everything kind of went wild, and we got RDR snuck under the radar just fine even during June. So it turned out okay. We canceled Carl Blackwell, and we canceled Claremore. I mean, I think a lot of people were blaming COVID, but honestly, that's really not the case. Both of these places could have been permitted. Both of them are in good locations that probably could have been permitted. I think we just ran into some promoter, just some management, volunteer number of people at Blackwell. They lost their main trail boss last year, and it's just been really they've been really struggling to organize a new group to get it going. I thought about trying to promote it myself if they would have helped me a little bit, but I'm just under the gun too much right now at work and with other things. I just couldn't pull it off. Maybe if I'd had a month to plan, I could have done it. But 2 weeks, just not enough time, so just decided to go ahead and let it go. And then Claremore is just, I mean, a lot of things, but the main thing there is Rory Peterson, the trail boss, is fixing to have some major back surgery. And he's kind of the core person, trail boss, and everything there with that. I mean, they get some help doing the permitting and promoting, but he's the main guy, and that was the main thing. So we just want to, just let everybody know that we just weren't canceling these things willy-nilly. There was a lot of circumstances that went into play. But, it's just kind of the way the cookie crumbles and the way things roll. And as we always do, we just kind of roll with it. We are still looking strong for the Guthrie Lake Liberty date. Still looking at a solid permit for that. I think that we don't see anything. Promoters are still fully on board. I was out there this weekend. I didn't get a chance to ride. I was just out there fishing and hanging out. Beautiful little venue, so I'm pretty stoked about it. I think it's going to be a neat place to have a race. It's going to be a cool place to hang out and camp. And man, I'm bringing my kayaks when I come for the race. I think I'm going to come down and spend the whole weekend and do some fishing because it's a pretty neat little place. I want my kayak so I can get on the other side. And anyway, so that's a solid one. And unless something crazy happens, I don't foresee that being a problem. Medicine Parks, talked to all those guys. Everybody's still good there, and not a problem. Everybody's still on board. Town's still on board. Mark Biscamp, Chad, they're all solid and ready to go with it, and actually planning their F5 race as well. So we have the F5 to look forward to coming up soon. And for those of you that like to run a little bit, looks like there's a possibility that they're working with some other people to try to do a Saturday for the F5 endurance and do a Saturday run of the same course, and then do the Sunday F5 mountain bike marathon race. So I know that, I'm kind of throwing that out there, probably prematurely jumping the gun. I just had a couple brief chats with the guys at Basecamp about that. So might or might not happen, but or both will happen. For sure we're going to have the F5 mountain bike race, but it's just the possibility of the double up there, which is pretty cool. There's a lot of runners in Medicine Park and a lot of people outside of that, so might be pretty cool. And then our third one is T-Bird, Lake Thunderbird. So we're up in the air on that. The promoters are fully down. We're fully down. Everybody's down with T-Bird, but right now we're kind of waiting on a restriction lift that is required. And I honestly, I didn't ask. I probably should have asked, but I don't know if it's a city regulation or just a park regulation. I'm not sure really what regulation they fall under, but regardless, they have a outdoor large group limit of 50. And so I think we might have to do some finagling to get a permit to have the race out there. We'll just kind of wait and see. We've got some time, and we'll see if we can get that lifted. So, but that's the only thing holding T-Bird back is just that large group minimum or maximum 50. And if we get that, then we'll have 3 races. So we've got 2 for sure. We've got the 3rd possibility, and looks like there's an F5 endurance race sneaking up in there as well too. And I just think we have some things coming down the pipe that will, keep us rolling. So, all right, check see if I missed anything. All right, no. Let's see. Quincy said sold the tandem, so I had to meet a buyer out east. I saw you had that tandem up for sale. I was looking at that. Just no way I was like, that'd be pretty nice, but there's no way I'd fit on that, on the front of that one. And Jeremy Coleman says it's going to be a great weekend. Yeah, you guys are going to have a great weekend. We get that rolling, that F5. And then plus we got the full studs at Medicine Park, still going to be a full weekend, so it's going to be pretty baller as well too. So we got things happening. Had to cancel some races, but we're still making a go of it, and just kind of the way the cookie rolls, crumbles, rolls, whatever you want to call. With the changes, I will probably have to make some modifications to the standings. I'm honestly not sure what I'm going to do. I'm just going to have to sit down. I'm probably going to give it a few weeks before I can put my brain onto it. Right now, I'm in the midst of starting school. I've had 2 internet outages that have really janked up my whole back to school plan. We've got kids here. We've got kids doing distance learning, and so I'm kind of mind numb right now from just trying to get through the first couple 3 weeks of school. I think within within another couple of weeks I'll have a little brain capacity to push towards some other things, and a little bit of freedom to think outside my little workspace, and then we'll get a plan. We're just probably going to have to just make some changes. I don't know. We'll have to change with the minimums, the drops, and how we do all that. Like I said, again, I don't have an exact plan, but I'll come up with something that's fair and across the board works. I think we still have enough races that we still deserve a state champion, and probably need to put something special on the jersey just so that we know that it was 2020 and COVID. Because I mean, come on, you got to have a jersey that's got that on it just cause for prosperity. So, all right, let's see. Somebody just messaged me. How was Canada? Almost back from a bike ride. If you haven't mentioned the ride, White Slime Mountain will be on the 10. All right. So I have so that was my buddy Alex Canada in law, and so we've been talking a little something, and something we might want to try to start up to just to add to my next topic, which is just just the random little rides that are going on. So even though we don't have a lot of events, we have a lot of cool little events that are happening weekly, and I mean, in my honest opinion, fairly safely. They're outdoors. You still look at and talk to all the epidemiologists around, and they're saying that there's very little, if any, reported COVID casualties from outdoor events. Even all the craziness that happened with the protests and all that. There didn't seem to be anything from that, and the main reason is because they're outside. So, right, Carolyn, I know that's exactly it. TDD, the COVID-19 series. I know, right? I'm definitely going to try to come up with something funny. I don't want to be serious, but I definitely need to come up with something funny to put on the jersey related to that. So it's something that I'm going to have to start thinking about pretty soon, because the season will be ending pretty quickly. I'm going to have to get that design ready. So I'll start working on that. Let's see. Dennis Nadolny says, yeah, in Germany they have been going to a TT format to get permits. Yeah, that's true, and that is something that we could do. The problem with that is that, man, it almost requires chip timing. You could do it hand timed if the numbers are small, but if the numbers are big, that's a lot, and it's a big expense to do chip timing. So I don't know. I'm not sure where I sit with that, but it is absolutely an option. So, we will see what happens for sure. Stephen Cordes checking in from Durango, Colorado. I knew you guys were there. I saw some pics. So getting Kai checked into the dorm and getting him in his private room. And Angela said she didn't cry, but I don't believe her. Oh, goodness. Let's see. So, let me get back to I'm going to get back to my live stream up here. I'm sorry, I clicked on the wrong tab. Okay, so I got to make sure no one said anything on. I've had a couple people looking, I think, checking in on YouTube, so I need to keep an eye on that in case I miss a comment. So just some. So that's a Turd to Dirt, and that's kind of the general plan. And we're just going to keep fleshing this thing out. I'm going to keep providing information on the Turd to Dirt page and on my page as things happen. Who knows? Like I said, we got 2 solid races coming. Third very likely, and still makes for a solid season. And we'll make it work. Some of the other things that are happening during the week. I know our bike lab crew has I think they have some kind of a Monday recovery road ride. They have a Thunder Thursday that's team only. But mountain bike wise, Wednesdays, the whole crew, Jay Black, perfect timing, Jay Black, perfect timing. Jeremy Black just checked in. Jeremy's not the only one, but he's a big a part of this. Pete Singleton, and there's a whole other crew that handle and work with Skip. But Skip has been having a regularly weekly ride. Just kind of come, ride your bike, hang out. There's nothing organized. There's no race. Everybody just comes, hangs out, does a few laps, 1 lap, 2 laps, 3 laps, whatever they want to do. And then sometimes they order pizza, sometimes they drink beer, sometimes they do all the above afterwards and hang out. So super cool. And that's happening every Wednesday at Skip. So go out and get you some. They've got the additional 2-ish to 3 miles additional across the road. Super cool. So now you got places on both sides. So you can double up, go get a little bit of both sides, or however you want to do it. And that's been happening every week. Follow that up with Thursday. Depends on where you live. You got choices. In Wichita Falls, they have a dirt crit, and they've been doing that for a while, and barring weather and the trail closures because they've had some rain, and then turn around, and Lake Thunderbird has been having a dirt crit. Now I didn't make it last week, and I'm going to miss this week too. I think because I'm rolling to Salida, Colorado for the weekend to go meet Amy and hang out. And but I've had a ball. I've done that like 3 weeks in a row, and that T-Bird crit's great. That's an awesome course. You guys do a great job. And again, you line up, you race. You're not around that many people because you're out racing, and you're in 1s and 2s and small groups, and then we hang out. And it's kind of funny because you've seen some of the pictures of us hanging out. Normally, we're all clustered in a small group. And it's funny now because we now take and we end up usually in this like really, really like major, huge circle because everybody's trying to keep distancing a little bit. And so our circle ends up taking up like half the parking lot, and you have to yell just to yell at people across the other way. So, so again, everybody's pretty safe and doing what they can. And it's out again, it's outdoors. So great event, fun. And so go do that. And then Fridays there, Kelly Farms is just rocking a little ride. I don't know if you guys are actually doing a dirt crib. You're just having a ride on Friday. I saw some question about that, so you guys can post about that. But on September the 13th, Kelly Farms is having what's called a Race for the Gold. So we can post up some details on that. So they got a little informal Race for Gold, and you guys need to post a link to it on here. Since I know Paula's following right here with, and you can see the post by Kelly Farm Trails. Post your link to the Race for Gold for me, please, because I'm just not going to have time to get after it. So, Trip Harrison says, "Yo, what's happening, Trip? Haven't seen you forever, man. We need to come ride and race some bikes. I got a plan for September. I'll hit you up later tonight or tomorrow about it." And Jeremy Black says, "We always drink beer." Yeah, Jeremy, you're right. We do. He says total skip is about 6.5 miles now between the two sides. So it's good stuff. Good stuff. Good flowy. I was just talking to someone, and it's really neat because what the thing that the additional mileage that Skip added does is that it now makes it worth the drive for someone who's a more advanced rider, and because you can go fast and flow, and you can really get a great workout. You can work on your cornering skills, because you really have to work on your cornering, which honestly is a weak spot for me. I've always had to work on that because that's always where I'm losing time. So it's a great place to work on cornering, work on speed work, and just and the 6.5 miles means you can go out and get a great workout, do a couple laps of that. 13, you're solid. But it's also a very solid trail for beginners. Kids can go ride it. New riders can go ride it. And there's nothing super scary. There's not a lot of roots. There's not a lot of things that are going to jar you around or knock you around or cause you to slide out. And definitely, it's like anything. Shit can happen. But it's a great learning trail. Probably for me, I say it's probably one of the best trails that we have in the Oklahoma City area for beginners to learn on, just because of the nature of it. Even Bluff for me is probably not the best place for a new rider, because there's a lot of weird sections, there's a lot of little root sections, and there's a lot of traffic on it. So anyway, just my 2 cents. Daniel Loomis says Wichita Trail in Wichita Falls is open and ready to ride. Temps should be great for Thermal Thursday this Thursday. Excellent. And there's the link right there. The last post is the link to the Race for Gold that Kelly Farm Trails just posted. So excellent. Thumbs up to that. Look at that. Look at that. Terry, the man Teetsort. Hello from Cloudcroft. Terry T. And Trent Hickey. Trent Hickey is with you, Terry. That is awesome. I haven't seen Trent in forever. I bought a bike from Trent way back in the day. I broke this sucker. Surprise, surprise. Trent Hickey. Funny story. So I keep all my awards from all my past races. I don't really have a place for them in my house, so I have this table at work, and it's not even an organized table. I just literally pile them on the table. And I was going through them, just trying to kind of organize it a little bit, and I found this random cog that had like flames on it, and it had third place. Taped to it was a check for like $25, something like that. The check was made out to Trent Hickey. and it was from like 2005. So apparently I picked up a trophy and a check for Trent in 2005 at some race and never gave it to him. So I still have that, Trent. I think I still have the check. I'm sure it's not any good because I'm sure the bank account doesn't exist. But anyway, good story. Jennifer Black talks about skips. She says just watch out for the 3 or 4 sections that are two-way. So there are a couple places that are two-way. There are some signs for it, and so yeah, you just want to slow up a little bit because you could come out of there coming hot. I was riding with Jeremy when we were doing it, and he was just dinging his bell to let people know that we were coming. And but you are right. Charlie, yeah, excellent. Also on September the 19th, another bike packing gravel event in Talamina Park, Queen Wilhelmina Lodge, for sure. So excellent. So Charlie did this. You did this a while back, Charlie. I can't remember when it was, but I remember you and I talking about it and posted on here. I think I had a few people that I knew went down there. I think Lori McCarty might have been down there. She's from Tulsa and one of our Tour de Dirt riders. Not sure who else did, but I think several people kind of cruised down there. And so if you want to, so Charlie posted on here September 19th. So if you guys want to do a little bike packing, gravel tour, camping, hanging out, the works, check out the link right here. There's a, Charlie posted it. Yeah, definitely. It's super economical and a great and great fun. So anyway, check it out. Talamina, if you've not been there, good stuff, great elevation. Probably not single speed friendly, but I could probably give it a go. I'll just have to change my gearing. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Trip says for sure. I know, bro. I mean, we need to get it together. Hannah's hanging out. What's up, Hannah? She usually checks in on her phone too, so I don't know why she didn't check in, Trip. But say hey to Hannah, and I'll be talking to you guys here in a few minutes. Definitely, I have a little something I want to throw your way. So, Canada joined finally. He's back from his biking adventure. So. Let's see. Let me see if I've missed anything, and then I'll talk about that. Not too bad. I'm about 30 minutes in. Alrighty, I want to talk about one more thing real quick, and then I'll hit up Alex Canada. Alex, remind me if I drop this. It's really easy for me to get off track. Charlie says single speed would be tough. Yeah, I'm currently running like a 40-16 for some of the Kansas races because they're pretty fast, and then I'll run like a 40-17 for Land Run. Yeah, I'd probably need to run like a 40-18 or 40-19 for a Talamina, or just bring my mountain bike. That's probably what I just need to bring my mountain bike for Talamina. So yeah, shit's a little steeper. So either that or I might just be walking. Especially with a packed bike, that's a game changer too, and that's one thing I noticed. Last year I took I did a little tour of my own. I rode from my front porch to Bentonville, Arkansas, and I did 2 segments in the Ouachitas, and I did one. I always forget what that mountain range, forest range is over there, just kind of northeast of Fort Smith, right outside Fort Smith Lake. I forget what that is. But I did a section in that forest as well too on Forest Service roads, and and I was on my single speed with a 40-17, and I was just basically walking. So I probably could have ridden some of it if I'd been on just a clean bike, but with gear and loaded, it's no way you're riding a 40-pound bike. Yeah, you're not climbing I'm not climbing 30 minutes at 16%. So, but I'm also not going to put gears on my bike either. So, Rage Against the Chain Ring. So I'm gonna give these guys a shout out. Postal, Josh Shears, whole crew up there in the Wichita, Kansas area. They put on a series this year. They had to change the way they did things, and they moved a couple of venues. Not really a couple. I think they moved. I don't know. Did they move any? I don't think they did. I think they were able to do all of them as expected. We got one of them done before COVID hit, and then we did 3 afterwards, and just kind of changed the way they did things, and it still worked. I think. I mean, there were 150 plus people registered. I don't know how many showed up, honestly, this weekend, but there were a lot. But the way it goes off, you're really, I mean, everybody's not all together. I mean, you have an A group, a B group, C group, D group. So you break everybody up into these 4 groups, and so it thins the herd. And then, of course, you go out and there's groups, but it's all outside, all out in the Kansas dirt, Kansas wind, and man, oh man, it's super fun. This series, it's unique in that the courses themselves are actually fairly easy. They're very flat. There's very little climbing. For the most part, they're super fast. So for the road guys, that means it's road tactics. Which is, again, a little unique for some of our gravel stuff. So it throws a little bit of gravel and it throws a little bit of road tactics. And then for me as a single speeder, that means I have to pick the right gear because it's going to be so damn fast at some places and it's going to be so slow. So picking the right gear is pretty tough. And you've got to run a really tall gear because you have to go fast. And you never know what's going to happen in Kansas. I mean, this year at the 4 races, we had the first race had 30-mile-an-hour straight line winds with 40 to 50-mile-an-hour gusts. We finished with a headwind for the 8 miles, and I was running a 40-16 and literally could barely turn my crank over at times. Was going 4 to 6 mile an hour. And then the other 3 races, the weather was great. It got a little warm, but there was no wind. It was beautiful, and super grassroots. They do, cool awards, great beers, great camaraderie. A lot of good friends from the Wichita area. So it's a really, really fun series, and I just love it. So Rage Against the Chain Ring. That's a 4-race Kansas, or which in the Wichita surrounding area. I don't think none of the races are in Wichita. They're in the surrounding areas. So we brought 3 Bike Lab crew, myself, my buddy Aaron King, Steven Smitty, and we did the last one. Aaron did the whole series. Smitty came in and did the last one. I did the whole series. I missed 1 race, which made it a little iffy down the end. And then we had several from Stillwater, Abby J, Michael Ray. I think that was the 3. And then we had John LaSorsa and come down, and Peter Erdos came down. I'm trying to think if there's anybody else from Oklahoma. Probably, and I'm missing somebody, but I mean that was the main crew that I could think of right now. And had pretty good showing. And Amy Clark checked in. What's happening to Amy? How was dinner with Allie? So it was a great race, and Aaron ended up finishing up second. I ended up finishing first. And even though I missed I was in a battle. I was 2 points behind for the overall. Aaron was in a battle for second place. Aaron ended up getting second overall. He same as me. He got into it with a tiebreaker, and 3-4. So Come on now. Sorry, Aaron. And then so he ended up second overall. Got him a ceramic plate, pretty sweet. And then I got the overall in a tiebreaker with my buddy Daniel from the Wichita area. So pretty cool. And I think Abby got second as well too. Abby Shalabrisky. She did all the races, or no, she did a couple of the races. She missed. I think she missed the first one, and so I think she got a ceramic plate as well too. So anyway, Uncle Holman's doing well. So awesome. Anyway, great event. You guys should go check it out next year for sure. It's a fun little thing. I think they announced when they're going to do it. They're looking at March and April next year, first and third week of March, first and third week of April. So we'll see how that plays out. Yeah, Zach says John broke his seat stay. I'm not surprised because, man, it was so what Zachary Hood was talking about, and one of his buddies, John Lasorsa, was involved in a crash. So yeah, we were in like the last probably 8 to 6 miles of the race, and I mean, I come around a corner, and it's an easy corner, and I eat shit in this corner because I would try to go wide, which was dumb. And I mean, I'm the guy that's the mountain biker. I'm supposed to be able to handle my bike, and I eat shit in the corner. So it was nothing. It was soft, and I was going pretty slow. I jumped up, got on my bike, but I had to bridge back up to the group. So it took me like a whole section mile, and then we had a left turn to bridge up. And I'm just sitting on the back trying to recover. And I look up, and all of a sudden you just see people just go poof, like 2 or 3 people just going out the pack. So like right in the lead 5, because I was in the lead group of the B group, and right in the top 5 or 6 people, there was like a big pile of 4 or 5 people. I don't know who all was involved, except I know John was involved, Lasorsa from Lawton, because he was one of our Oklahoma crew, and I think some other guy hurt his shoulder, probably broke something. It looked pretty hurt. But we made sure they were okay, and then we rolled on once we realized they were all okay. But it looks like John broke his seat stay. So, but he still rode it home because I saw him not. I mean, he didn't finish too far behind me, and he was like literally laying it down. I mean, he was in the dirt. So, so that made for an interesting finish. And then we just had 6 miles to go, and I just rolled it in. So yeah. Anyway, all right, cool. Where does that leave me? One more topic, and then if you guys have any questions or comments, you better throw them out. I'm at 45 minutes, and I'm going to roll. So don't have any plan for this. Don't have any official thing. Just I want to throw out some ideas, and or just kind of throw out the topic and let you guys throw some ideas out to me. You can hit me up privately. Alex Canada checked in a minute ago. Alex, you need to. Did you comment? Yeah, your name's on here. Yeah, you commented. You said you're back, so your name's out here on the feed. And we've got several of the Lawton crew. We haven't really talked to them, but I'm sure they'd be interested. But we're thinking about trying to pick a day. We've got other things going on. Wednesday, Thursday, possible Friday rides. So I don't know what we'll do, but maybe tossing in a Tuesday, or maybe even just doubling up on a Wednesday for those that can't get to the city area for out here. But we're looking at doing a gravel ride. We've kind of got a gravel ride that's been happening kind of between me and Lawton, a little place near Saddle Mountain, Cooperton type area. Really, there's nothing out there. Basically, it's just a ghost town, but it's got a cool little trail and a couple of places we can kind of stage up for a little race. We've been doing several Saturday rides in that area. But what we're thinking about doing is trying to move this to an evening ride while we still have some warm weather and we still have daylight, so we can, you don't have to be there too early before the sun goes down. So you get a little bit of, I know we don't have an exact plan, but we're thinking, like maybe a 7 o'clock ride, and that gives you a little bit of daylight and headlights come on and you ride for, I don't know, just a couple hours. We could do anywhere between 20 to, I don't know, a 15 and 25 mile loop probably, and just do a night ride. So, if you guys haven't done a night gravel ride, super, super cool. The sounds, the smells, the views, the stars. It's really, really pretty cool. It gives a whole different environment. So anyway, that's what we're thinking about doing. So if you guys are interested, hit me up, hit Alex up, and I'll talk to Steve Cordes, who's on here, and some of the other Medicine Park crew, and see if we can kind of get an OBS, Oklahoma Bicycle Society, out of law, and try to get some information from them. Anyway, so just something that we're looking at doing. Might be kind of fun, totally casual, just kind of chill, no drop, maybe a couple of different groups, and we'll see how it plays out. So anyway, all right. Got nothing on that. I got nothing here. So, oh, Charlie says he's definitely bringing your mountain bike for sure. No gravel bike, huh? Oh, it means you're bringing both. That's what you're bringing, Charlie. Daniel says sounds like Mount Magazine. Yeah, for sure. I don't think I'd want to be climbing stuff like that, Mount Magazine, stuff like that on my single speed gravel bike. I mean, I can't even come close to climbing Mount Scott on my gravel bike. Just not even an option with that kind of gearing. So, actually, Amy and I, we were jonesing the profile. Oh man, stupid as we were, we looked at the profile for Pikes Peak. It's like 12 miles. It really only, I think it looks like it averages about 7%, which is not bad. It's about like Mount Scott. It's just longer. It's just 12 miles. And then it spikes at the top at like 9 and 9, a couple of 9%ers. But the problem is, though, is you're reaching the top at 14,000 feet. So that's a whole different ball game. So, but man, that would be a cool one. Alex says the unknown. Aaron King says Joe is a beast. Yeah, Joe's my friend now. He friended me on Facebook. There he is. He checked in. He's here. So he's been. I knew Joe. I know Joe Crispin. I knew you were out there creeping, not saying anything. I knew you were out there watching. And Alex, for sure, for Jay Black, if we do this, it's ride bikes and beer afterwards, most definitely. Let's see what. Oh, I don't know. Is it? I can't. Shit. Sorry, I almost clicked on that, Charlie. I can't click on that link, so you guys are going to have to. Lori McCarty, Charlie posted a picture by Lori McCarty from his last gravel adventure. You guys go check that photo out. I can't click on that right now. It'll jack up my live feed. I'll click on it here in a few minutes since I'm almost done. Pikes Peak is 19 plus. I don't know. I was looking at it and I was getting like 12 and a half. I thought just straight ascent. Depends on where you start. I think there's a couple of parking lots. It just depends on how far down you start. So I was seeing 12 and a half, but it's yeah, I don't know. Saw some folks going up Monarch Pass near Salida a few weeks ago. That was hardly a lonely haul. I looked at a couple of places. Like I was up there one time, Herb, and I think I looked at Monarch and a couple of other places on the road, and I just wouldn't do it. We started it, and it was just so crowded with cars and stuff. We just bailed. I don't know. But I hear there's a lot of people that do it. That's pretty cool. Alrighty, ladies and gents. I'm going to scroll up. Last chance. You guys are going to checking in before ride. You know it. Alrighty, folks. If you guys have questions, comments, things you want to add, feel free to go ahead and add in the comments. Even after the fact, I'm going to go ahead and close up shop. And oh, Amy just popped in, says if you start from the entry from the park, it's 19. But there's I think there's an upper parking lot where you can stage up and make it like 12 or 13. So Daniel, you're exactly right. We looked at the profile and it's like, it looks fine. It's fine. It's like 7, 6, 7, 6. And then you get up about 13, goes 9, and then you get a little break, and then it goes up to like 14-ish area, and it's like 9.5. So like the steepest part of Pikes Peak is at the very top when you're already tired, and it's at the highest. So we were just thinking about it. I was like, man, us flatlanders would die at that 14,000 feet riding bikes, man. But damn, I want to go give it a shot. I want to go see how much it would kill me. Oh, goodness. Okay, I'm out of here. I'm gonna get off of here. So if you guys have questions, comments about any things I've said, you can comment on the feed even after I'm done, either on YouTube or on Facebook. It'll be posted as soon as I'm done, or just hit me up privately. And we'll be back next week with any updates. If you guys have stuff you want to talk about next week, throw it out here. I've got a couple of remote places I would like to visit, but with work going, I don't know that I'm going to be able to do that. So we'll just kind of see how things play out. And I need to figure out OBS and how to do some other different video feeds so that I can do. I'm contemplating. I wish I could do like a live Zoom with everybody. I might try that. Could we do like a live Zoom? And I don't know. Script my Facebook Live stuff. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, I'm just rambling. I'm out. I'm gonna go get a snack, read. I'm watching the Umbrella Academy with one of my oldest, so I think I might have time for one more episode before I go to bed with him. So, all right. Cheers, Jeremy Coleman. Have a great night. You and Karina and the new arrivals and all the fam. Congratulations again, Jeremy Coleman. Friggin' May Coleman. New arrival. Brand new, baby. So congrats. And hopefully get to see you guys again before you roll out. I'm sure I will. So love you guys. Love everybody. We'll see you later. Rock and roll.